Last videos we covered very clearly about, yes, what about the various operators what we have. Okay, something like relational operators, equality operators, shift operators. Okay, like multiple things we discussed, right? Now the next cinema what I have to discuss is okay, some important operator. Okay, it is a very important even for interview room also. Ternary operator. Okay, ternary operator, right? So now if you observe, what is the syntax of ternary operator? Just observe a bit very carefully, sir. A plus a B, if I consider this plus operator, we are applying for how many operands? Can you please tell how many arguments are there for the plus operator? Two arguments are there. Correct time? I respond. How many arguments are there? A and B. Two arguments are there. So if the operator applicable for two arguments, that is called a binary operator. Binary operator. Okay, like next, if the operator applicable for one argument, have you observed, right? Here, bitwise complement. Bitwise complement are not A. Okay, this is general complement, logical not. Okay, these. So, do you know this tilde operator or not operator applicable for how many arguments? Can you please confirm? Only one argument. Here, how many arguments are there? Only one. That's why such type of operators are called unary operators. Okay, unary operator. Okay, like so if we apply operator for one argument, it is called unary operator. If we apply argument for, if we apply operator for two arguments, it is called a binary operator, right? Okay, well, now if we apply operator for three arguments, so if three arguments are there, such type of operator is called ternary operator. Remember very carefully about this one, sir. Ternary operator means the operator which is applicable for three arguments. Such type of thing is by default considered as a ternary operator. In Java, the people who are coming from Java background, okay, in Java, how you can declare ternary operator is, sir, x is some 10 less than 20 question mark 30 colon 40, something like we are going to have. Remember, sir, this is something like this type of syntax. Okay, first conditional check is there. If it is the true, it is the value. If it is the false, then this is the value. Like we have a bit more programming style. But in Python, the syntax is very simple, sir. Very simple. Okay, x is equal to 30. If a less than 20, or if 10 less than 20, else 40, something like. Sir, now observe, what is the x value? Anyone, can you please tell? Sir, it's the more readable when compared with the Java ternary operator. It is the more readable. Can you please read this statement, sir? 30 if for 10 less than 20, else 40. 30 if for 10 less than 20, else 40. Okay, like now here observe carefully about this terminology, right? Now, sir, this is the first argument. This is the second argument. This is the third argument. How many arguments are there? Three arguments are available, right? Array, if this condition is the true, then this is the value. Otherwise, it is the value. Okay, like you should aware. Any doubt? Any doubt? What is the syntax for ternary operator? Okay, very simple. If you want, you can observe that x is equal to first value if condition. If condition, else second value, else second value, else second value, right? So if the condition is true, then first value will be considered. Otherwise, second value will be considered. Okay, if a condition is true, then first value will be considered. First value will be considered. Otherwise, second value will be considered. Second value will be considered. Okay, like so. If the condition is the true, then the first value will be considered, else the second value by default will be considered. I hope is that clear for you people, right? Okay, well, now my question here is, sir, can you explain with a small chota example? Okay, so that we will get much terminology. Like you may ask, okay, like yeah, sir, ternary operator is applicable only for if condition. Array, do you know? Yes, this is the syntax in Python for the ternary operator. Seems to be if else, but no, it is the ternary operator. Remember, Sai, this is the syntax. Compulsory if condition should be there in the ternary operator. Getting even in other languages also, condition is there. Condition is there. If it is the true, it will be considered. If this condition is the false, this value will be considered. In Python, ternary operator syntax is this is the syntax, right? Can you please confirm? All the people are in the position to understand. Any doubt up to this? Yeah, if you feel comfortable, I will go for a small example. Okay, can you please confirm? Is it clear for you people? Okay, well, sir, now have a look once, sir. Here I'm trying to take. Here, just observe that. Here I'm trying to take. Okay, my requirement is, let me go for a small chota example. Okay, a comma b is equal to 10 comma 20. Is it valid or not? Yes, is it valid or not? Can you please confirm? Yes, A is equal to 10 comma 20. 10 will be assigned to A, 20 will be assigned to B. Now C is equal to 30. If A less than B, else sir 40. Can you please print C value? Can you please print C value like I'm trying to take? What is the output by default we are going to get in this case? Okay. Now here just observe carefully. What is the answer by default we are going to get? If I can execute this code, 30 itself is the answer we are going to get. Can you please confirm? Each and every person in the position to understand, right? Okay, what there, it is the ternary operator, right? Okay, now maybe let me convert this total theory into an example. Okay, meaningful example, right? Okay, write a program or read two int values from the keyboard, read two int values from the keyboard and print minimum value, minimum value. Okay, like yeah, what is the min value of 2, sir? Sir, suppose A and B is there. Okay, now very simple, sir. A and B, two values are there, sir. Sir, if A less than B, which is the minimum value? Anyone, can you please tell? If A is less than B, which is the minimum value? A is the min. Else means if this condition fails, which is the minimum value? Which is the minimum value? B is the minimum. B is the minimum. Correct, right? A, if for A less than B, else B, sir. Are you getting? So A, if for A is less than B, else B. Have you observed, right? Now, if this condition is satisfied, A is the minimum. If this condition fails, B is the minimum. Yes, sir. Ternary operator syntax. Okay. Let me convert into a small, executable code. Sir, how to read the data from the keyboard? Which function we require to use? Yeah. Please confirm. How to read the data from the keyboard? Which function we require to use? Input is the function we have to use. Okay. So X is equal to input of enter first number. Enter first number like. But here one small thing we have to take care. Anyone, can you please tell? Enter here one small thing we require to take care. What is that? Mandatory. We require to take care about okay, this typecasting. What is the reason for that? Input the function, return the value is always int. That's why compulsory we have to convert into okay, like X. Now, sir, y is equal to okay. Now my target is in int input of enter second number. Okay, like I'm trying to take. So enter first number, enter second number. Okay, like now, so two values I have. So min is equal to min value. Min value is equal to. So x, sir, if x less than y. Correct, right? If x less than y, mean value is the x, else y, sir. Else y like. So if x less than y, x is the mean value, sir. Else means if this condition fails means y is the mean value. Print minimum value. Print minimum value. Okay, like this I'm trying to take. Yeah. Any doubt related to this example? Can you please confirm? All the people are in the position to understand what they're nothing. Sir, out of 4 lines, you, I hope you won't face any problem anywhere because we covered. Samra, lot of doubts. Where? What your doubt? Hmm. Samra, what your doubt? Where you are facing the problem among these 4 lines? Okay. Yeah, yeah. Where? In which line? So in the first line, any doubt about this one? What is the ternary operator in line 3? Yeah, good. There are multiple questions are coming into the picture. Yes, so the people who missed the last language fundamentals, better to spend some time. Okay, remember that. Okay, now here just the input function. I told multiple times at this point, even in the last sessions, in the last session also. Input function return type is always what? str type. Str type. Even you provided numbers also, input function is always going to return string format only. Okay, first thing. Next, if it is the string, because I am trying to enter numbers, if you want to do some comparison kind of thing, so convert that into int. Okay, typecasting I'm taking. Any doubt related to the first line? Yes, please confirm. So even you enter number, it is always going to return. It is always going to return. Yes, it is always going to return in the string form only. That the string compulsory we require to declare, we have to convert into the int type. Remember, right? Okay. Yeah. Next, the second one, sir. Here also same. Can you please read the second number? Okay, now what is this ternary operator? Yes, for the last 15 minutes onwards, I'm telling the same thing. Now, some people are asking, can you please explain ternary operator, what it means? Okay, here see this one. The syntax I explained. Already one example I explained. Where you are facing the problem in the ternary operator? Yeah, here just observe. Here it is always going to check some condition. So if this condition is satisfied, this is the value, this is the value, else this is the value. So in this operator, how many arguments are there? Do you know this is the first argument, it is the second argument, it is the third argument. Remember this one. So how many arguments are there? First argument, second argument, and then third argument. Total 3 arguments are available. That's why it is considered as ternary operator. Remember a bit carefully, right? So first, it's always going to check this condition. If this condition is the true, then this is the value. If this condition fails, then this is the value. Remember carefully, right? Okay. Now, sir, here, if x less than y, two numbers are there. Two numbers are there. Okay, like if two numbers are there, x less than y, then which is the minimum value? Can you please confirm? If x less than y, which is the minimum value? The minimum value itself is x. Minimum value itself is x. Okay. which is the max value? Max value itself is y. Which is the max value? Max value itself is y. Okay, like yes, remember carefully, right? The minimum value is the x. So if this condition is satisfied, if this condition fails, then it is the mean value. Okay, like clear, right? Yeah, this is the syntax. Then yeah, yes, it seems to be, it is more like if else syntax, but it is called a ternary operator. If else syntax is the different in Python. Don't worry. If else syntax is the different in Python. So, but anyway, it seems to be if else, but this type of operator is called ternary operator. Yeah. Can you please confirm? Anyone facing the problem here? Yeah. Same syntax you can print min value. Okay, if you want you can take one more ternary operator. If you want you can print max value. Okay, next Sai Mitra, here just observe that uh, any doubt about this line? Yes, third line, any doubt about this one? Yeah, Ritik, so that thing you can ignore in the input and output statements I will explain. Okay, sir, here any doubt about this line? Ayyo. What I have to tell? What you people are listening, man, for the last 10 minutes? Huh? What you people are listening for the last 10 minutes? Sir, I have two numbers are there. I have two numbers are there. 10 and 20 is there. Assume that two numbers are there. Sir, or otherwise A and B two numbers are there. Okay, A and B two numbers are there. Sir, A lesser than B. If this condition is the true, which is the minimum value? Which is the minimum value? If A less than B, which is the minimum value? Minimum value is A. A is the minimum value. If this condition fails, which is the minimum value? If this condition fails, A less than B, not then which is the minimum value? B is the minimum. Now observe. So if A less than B, A is the value, else B is the value. Remember this one. So this operator is called a ternary operator. So if this condition satisfied, A is the minimum value. If this condition fails, B is the minimum value. This syntax is called ternary operator in Python. Okay, ternary operator in Python. Okay, like yeah. Are you feeling any difficulty to understand this line? Hey, Venkatreddy, if else syntax is the different, ternary operator syntax is the different. Venkatreddy, if else syntax is the different, ternary operator syntax is the different. This is if else syntax. Okay, this is if else syntax, else colon something like you have this type of syntax is called if else. Okay, here don't use I'm not even the words you are using, but this is the ternary operator syntax. It's not if else syntax. Getting right? Okay, next here some conditional expression you have to take. Even you can take a true directly also, no problem at all. Here some conditional expression you require to take. Okay, some condition, based on that condition, it is if this condition returns true A, if this condition returns false, then automatically B is the value. Any conditional expression you can take. Remember this one. Getting right? So some condition should be there in the ternary operator. If you are not having any condition, then we never going to use a ternary operator. Remember. Yeah, next sir, this is the syntax what you people should aware. Now observe that. Now observe, So if a condition, if this condition satisfied, then this value will be considered. If this condition fails, then second value will be considered. Can you please read this one? If the condition is the true, then the first value will be considered. Otherwise, second value will be considered. This is called a ternary operator. Okay, why it is called a ternary? Because three arguments are there here. Sir, this is the first one, this is the second one, and this is the third one. Yeah, can you please confirm any doubt? Yes, friends. One line number 1, 2, 3. Any doubt? Yeah, yeah. So there are some innocent students. I want to talk about those people especially. There are some people who are, yeah, yes, who asked the doubts earlier. Is it clear? Can you please confirm? Yeah. Okay. Now, so any explanation is required about this one? Can you please tell? Any explanation required about this line? Okay, just sir, this is the minimum value. It is going to print a minimum value string as it is, comma. This value will be considered. Whatever value you are getting, that value will be considered here. Okay. Now, here, listen carefully, right? Enter first number 10. Enter second number 20. Which is the minimum value? Which is the minimum value? 10 and 20. Which is the minimum value? 10 itself is the minimum value. Enter first number 100. Enter second number 50. Which is the minimum value? Minimum value. Okay, like yes, 50. Have you observed, right? 50 itself is the minimum value. Yes, this is what we have. Can we take two values in a single statement? Yes, there is a possibility. Is there, Prashant? For that, input and output statements is there. There we will talk about that. As of now, okay, it is related to how to read only one value. Yeah. Can you please explain about output? Eh, we can go to the ground level, but more than that, not recommended. Okay. Here. Yeah. Here, just observe. Just observe. Enter first number. Now, so you are entering 100. Now, x value will become 100. Okay, well. Sir, you are entering, enter second number. Yes, 50 you are entering, typecast into int. That value will be assigned to the y. Okay, x and y. Any doubt about, sir, how x is 100, how y is 100? Is it okay, right? In that also, any doubt? Yeah, Sonali. In this also, do you have the doubt? What is the x value? What is the y value? Okay. Yeah, yeah. Please, innocent people, ask again. I will explain. Don't worry. Okay. Next. Here the next thing. Minimum value. Okay, like a minimum value 50. Sir, here how this one is going to be happen? Now observe that. Now have a look once. This condition is going to be satisfied. X less than y satisfied or not? 100 less than 50 not satisfied. If it is satisfied, x value will be considered. If this condition fails, y value will be considered. Now min value will become y. So what is the y value, sir? 50. 50 will be assigned to the minimum value. Okay. Now 50 is there inside minimum value. Okay. Next, here print minimum value. Just it is trying to print a string as it is. And can you please print its value, minimum value? What is the min value internally? 50 is there. Okay. Clear, right? Yeah. Nikhil, instead of two statements X and Y, can I take only one statement? Yes, possible. But this one only the people are not understanding. Then how I can explain that? In the input and output statements, I will explain. Don't worry. Don't don't create more complexity here. Okay. Next, some people are asking. I don't know. Sir, X if X is less than Y else. Sir, want to understand if else that is nothing else. If else, that's nothing else. What it means? Yeah, Sonali. Sir, here just observe. If this condition is satisfied, if this condition is satisfied, if if this condition is satisfied, x value. Else means if this condition fails, y value is going to be considered. Sonali, what is the problem here? You are facing the difficulty. The remaining people also, don't worry, just a matter of 2 minutes, because there are very innocent people are there with the milk bottle in their mouth. That's why compulsory I have to consider. Yeah, please. Yeah. What problem you are facing, Sonali? This is the syntax. Yeah, yeah. This is the syntax. Can you? Yeah, remaining people, can you please respond? If you are not getting, please let me know. I will explain, because these are very small things, but here you people should have clarity. That's why. Okay. Ali, what problem you are facing here? Mm, Ali, yes. How x is greater than y? What is the x value? What is the x value? X value is 100. I provided he as input 100. What is the y value? I provided y value as the 50. Assume this is one case. Okay, I enter x value 100, enter y value 50. I entered. Now, so for these two values, x less than y, this condition satisfied or not? Yeah. X less than y, this condition is satisfied or not? Array, x less than y means what is the x value? What is the x value? 100 is less than, what is the y value? 50. Sir, 100 is less than 50. Respond. 100 is less than 50. Ali, can you please tell? Is it 100 is the less than 50? Is it satisfied or not? No. So if this condition fails means which value we have to consider? Can you please confirm x value or y value? If this condition satisfied, x value. If this condition fails, then we have to consider y value. So this condition fails for this input. That's why y value will be considered. Now that y value will be assigned to the min value variable. Okay. Now min value contain, so y value means 50. Sir, print minimum value, or print that minimum value 50. Yes, Ali, still doubt? Yeah. Okay, Ali, Sonali, next there are some innocent people are there. Compulsory you have to listen language fundamentals minimum 2 times. Okay, minimum 2 times you require to understand. Please postpone all your works. So just in couple of days, next 2 or 3 days, better to spend some 3 to 4 hours minimum on the language fundamentals. Otherwise, the next cinema will be very terrible, horrible cinema. Everywhere you are going to see Greek and Latin. Okay, Python is very easy, but so compulsory you people should refer those things. Otherwise, very difficulty level you people are going to face, I'm sure. Okay. Yeah. Wow, good. Sir, there are 4 lines of the code is there. 4 lines of the code is there. Line number 1, 2, 3, 4. Any person having the doubt in any line, please respond. Yeah. Hmm? Vardhan, you people can tell, no doubt. What about remaining people? Yeah. Can you please respond? Anyone having the doubt related to the 4 lines? Yes. Okay. Next, because I'm using the names, Here, don't feel shy anything. Okay. If you are having the doubt, you have to ask, I have to explain. Don't worry, sir. No, don't worry about remaining people, how they are going to feel like. You have to get the subject. That's all at the end of the day. Okay. So even the remaining people won't see your face also. Even you are asking the doubt. Don't worry. So I'm very much interested to clarify your doubts. Okay. Yeah. Clear, right? Sir, up to this, any explanation is required? I hope it's clear. Now here, just observe that. Enter some 200, enter some 100. Now x greater than x less than y or not. Here, no. Here just x less than y or not. No. Condition fails. If the condition fails means, automatically y is the minimum value. Okay, like 100 is the minimum value. Okay, like yeah. Now you have wonderful knowledge related to this question. Okay, now can you please confirm? Can you please confirm? Write a program. Write a program to read the 3 int values from the keyboard. 3 int values from the keyboard. Okay, 3 int values from the keyboard and print and print max value. Okay, this is my requirement, right? And print max value. Okay, like yeah. Ritik is asking a small point. Sir, can you please enter -10 and -20? Ritik is asking about this one. Which is the minimum value? Can you please confirm among these which is the minimum value? Minimum value is -20. -20 is the minimum. You know, right? Don't ask how -20 is the minimum. Okay, here just observe -10 and -20 I'm taking. Then automatically what is the minimum value, sir? -20 itself is the minimum value. Okay, like next, x and y are the variables which can be used to store our entered data, entered values. Okay. Next, write a program to read the 3 int values from the keyboard and print max value is my requirement, right? Yeah. Next, someone is asking, Venkat Reddy is asking one more small doubt. Okay, observe carefully, right? Different cases. Sir, if we have same numbers x and y, suppose assume that I entered x value at the 10, y value at the 10. Now observe the flow. Now observe the flow. What will happen here? This condition satisfied or not? I respond. This condition satisfied or not? Venkat Reddy, true or false? This condition, true or false? Can you please tell? 10. This condition is the true or false? 10 less than 10, sorry, fails. So this condition false. If this condition false, then which value I have to consider, sir? Y value I have to consider. What is the y value? 10. Now the minimum value is 10 only. Okay, like so minimum. If both values are same, then anything is the minimum. Enter first value, enter second value. Minimum value is the 10. Yeah, good. Okay, well. Now my next question. Write a program to read 3 int values from the keyboard and print max value. Okay, 2 values only we are facing the problem. Then the third value is also there. Oh, think a bit carefully, right? The remaining people observe very carefully about this. Now my question here is: A is there, B is there, C is there. Total, how many values are there? 3 values are there, sir. A, B, C. 3 values are there. Now enter first value, enter second number, enter third number. Okay, like sir, please confirm, are you feeling comfortable up to this? Legend, up to this any doubt? Any doubt about this? No, good. Okay, so sorry. Now my question is, sir, here now my question is, observe carefully, 3 numbers are there, sir. So now here observe very carefully about this. If A greater than B and A greater than C, array A value greater than B and A value greater than C, then which is the max value? If this condition satisfied, if this condition satisfied, which is the max value? Anyone, can you please tell? A is the max. Okay, A is the max. Okay, else, else, sir. Oh, else means, sir, this total is single condition, single condition. So if this condition satisfied, A is the max value. Else means, can you please tell which is the max value? Else means, which is the max value? Either B or C is the max value. Correct time? So else means, if this condition fails means, clear indication that A is not the max value. Okay, then which is the max value? Either B or C is the max value. What I'm trying to take? If B greater than C, if B greater than C, which is the max value? Oi, if B greater than C, which is the max value? B is the max value. Sir, else, if this condition fails, which is the max value? C is the max value. Now observe that if B greater than C, B is the max value, else C is the max value. Okay, like now that's all. Don't get confused. Okay, don't get confused. This total is okay, something for your understanding sake. I'm taking this one, sir. This is the condition, sir. This is the condition. If this condition satisfied, then A is the max value. Okay, else, sir, this total is the second. In the second value, again, if this condition is satisfied, B is the value. If this condition fails, C is the value. Okay, like, yeah. Any doubt? Any doubt? Observe that carefully, the division. Okay. Yeah, Sonali, I'm asking about. Yes, Ritvik, the remaining people, is it clear, right? Now here observe very carefully. So already ternary operator, inside ternary operator, we are using again ternary operator for some value. That's why nesting of ternary operator is possible. Okay, remember this one. Nesting of ternary operator is possible. This is what nesting of ternary operator is possible. Okay, like, yeah. So clear. Now, if this condition satisfied, A is the value because A is greater than B and A is greater than C. That's why A is the value. Else, sir. So else means A is not max value. Then which is the max value? Which is the max value? Either B or C. So else means B or C. So if B greater than C, B is the max value. If B greater than C fails, then C is the max value. Okay, like, yeah. Are you feeling comfortable? Okay. Now let me execute this code. Sir, max value is equal to, yeah, observe that. Observe very carefully, sir. Very carefully. If A greater than B and A greater than C, if this condition is satisfied, A is the max value. Else, okay, have you observed, right? If A greater than B and A greater than C, A is the max value. Else, so else, if B greater than C, B is the max value, else C is the max value. Okay, like, sir, now observe carefully about this terminology. If this condition satisfied, A is the max value, else this is the max value. So in this, again, I'm checking if this condition is satisfied, B the max value. If this condition fails, C is the max value. Yes, clear, right? Okay. Now here, print max value. Print max value is just I'm trying to take max value. Now let me execute. Yes, whatever values you want. So first one is the 10, second one is the 20, third one is the 30. Obviously, max value is the 30. Sir, if I consider first value 40, 40, second value 30, 30, third value 10. Then obviously max value is 40. Next, if I consider 5, 10, 8, 5, okay, 10, 8, 5, 10, 8, max value is the 10. Getting right? Yeah, Nikhil. Okay. Next, someone is asking about the code. Okay. Someone is asking about the code instead of this. I want to write like this. What will happen like? Yeah. Here just observe, observe carefully, right? So this logic is not going to work out. Okay. Here maybe you here what you yeah it may work. It may work. D is equal to if A greater than B. If A greater than B, D A is the max, otherwise B is the max. Okay, like so now what you are doing is among A and B, you are considering max value D, and then that value you are comparing with the C. Okay, yes, this is also going to work, but what is the need? Can we enter third value as the blank? Then automatically here the problem is going to come. You are trying to convert blank value to the int. Sorry, immediately error we are going to get. Clear, right? Are you feeling comfortable? Okay. Now can I go for one more example? Can I go for one more example? Here, the next example is the very important. I mean very easy, sir. I will read two numbers. I will read two numbers. Two numbers, something like A and a B. A and a B. Now my response is among these some output I have to get. Yeah. Here one small thing I have to take. Please 1 minute before going to the next example. Anyone having the doubt, sir, why don't you take in this style also? Okay. A greater than B greater than C. If A greater than B, A greater than C, then A is value. Otherwise, like this. Anyone having this doubt? Can I take like this? Yeah, some people in the chat window I'm seeing, yes, sir, why don't you take like this? Sorry, it is not going to work. Sorry, it is not going to work. Not going to work. What is the reason for that is suppose 8, 10, okay, 2 is there. Assume that. 8, 10, 2 is there. Assume that. Assume that. 1 minute here, just observe. No. 8, 2, 10 is there. Yeah, please observe that 20 to 10 is there. Can you please tell, is this condition satisfied or fails? Yeah, is this condition satisfied or fails? A greater than B, greater than C. Is it satisfied or not satisfied? Please confirm. A value is the 20, B value is the 2, C value is the 10. This condition fails. If this condition fails, else part will be executed. Now else part means 2 under 10. 2 greater than 10 satisfied or not? No. That's why C is the answer. 10 itself is the answer. But really 10 is the answer? Really max value 10 is the answer? No. Remember that. Okay. That is so 20 actually should be the answer. But your logic is telling that 10 is the answer. Sir, really is it going to be happened or not? 1 minute. 1 minute. A greater than B greater than C. A greater than B greater than C. Now observe that here first number 20, second number 2, third number 10. Max value is the 10. Your program not working properly. Getting the problem? Okay, so that's why here compulsory we require to take A greater than B and A greater than C. Now, first value 20, second value 2, third value 10. Yes, observe, max value the 20. Perfectly, it's going to work if I can take like this. This is also for most of the people, this is the doubt. Okay, this logic won't work out. Clear, right? So innocent people seems to be more practice must be required. Correct. Okay, after this session, at least one time you have to listen with the practice. Okay. Next, my next question is, my requirement is, yeah, you can you take braces? Yeah, Piyush, you can take, no problem, acceptable. Yeah, next thing is, I have two numbers are there, A and B. A and B, two numbers are there, sir. What's my requirement here is, if both are equal, I want response. Both numbers, both numbers are equal. Okay, this is the response I require. Both numbers are equal. Next, so if both are not equal, maybe A is less than B, then my response is first number is lesser than second number. First number is less than second number. Next, first number, if this condition is not, first number is greater than second number. Okay, that's all. So this is output I'm expecting. Can you please write the code? Okay, so read two int values from the keyboard. You have to print one of these responses. Okay, based on your comparison. Please confirm. Is it possible to write or not? Yeah. Is it possible to write or not? Yes. So now observe this one, sir. What I will do is read the two numbers. Read the two numbers. Two numbers, okay, well. So now S1 is equal to, okay, these are three statements. If you want, you can assign to three strings. Okay, no problem. S1 is equal to, okay, like I'm trying to take. S2 is equal to response 2. S2 is equal to, okay, like I'm trying to take. S3, okay, is equal to, just for readability, even space is not required. S3 is equal to, okay, like S3 is equal to, this is, sir, just the responses, whatever you are expecting, I saving inside a variable, no problem, because instead of typing again, just you can use S1, S2, S3. Output is equal to, yeah, observe very carefully, sir. If here just it's a very important, if A double equal to B, if A double equal to B, boss, this is the condition I'm taking. If A double equal to B, what response I have to take? Both numbers are equal. This is the response. This response already I assign with S1. That's why S1, can you please consider S1 if A double equal to B? I respond. Is it clear, right? If A double equal to B, can you please consider S1? S1. Okay. Else, sir. Sir, now else means both are not equal. If both are not equal means either first number is less than or greater than. That's why else if A less than B. Sir, A less than B. Can you please consider? Yes, sir, 2. First number is less than second number. Else, yes, 3. Okay, like, yeah. Any doubt you are facing to understand this one? Ritik, can you please execute and let me know, is it going to work or not? Yeah. Can you please observe that? Okay. So is Are you feeling comfortable about this one? Output is equal to this one I'm trying to take. Okay. Now here just observe this line. Very important, sir. If for this condition satisfied, if for this condition satisfied A, then this is S1. If for S1, else, yeah, this is. In this, so else means both are not equal. If both are not equal, if A is less than B, print S2, else sir print S3. Okay, like now brackets are not required. Brackets are not required. Print. Can you please print output? Now observe. Now observe carefully. Enter first number 10. Enter first number second number 10. Both numbers are equal. Wow, perfect. It is working. Enter first number 10. Enter second number 20. First number is less than second number. Enter first number 10. Enter second number 5. 5. 5. Yes, first number is greater than second number. Yes, three types of responses perfectly. It's providing. Any doubt? Can you please confirm? Okay. Now I have one small doubt, sir. Here, legend. Instead of output, can I take this total thing inside print statement? Is it going to work or not? Array, why separate variable? Directly, you can take a print. Print of S1 if A is equal to B, else S2 if A is less than B, like. So I'm not using output variable. If I'm not using output variable, okay, now enter first number, enter second number. First number is greater than second number. Enter first number, second number, both numbers are equal. Enter first number, enter second number 30. First number is less than second number. Wow, clear, right? Are you feeling any difficulty to understand this one? Okay, now this output variable is not required. Next, can I replace S1 with this one? Can I replace S1 with this one? Yeah, why not? Why separate variable S1? Okay, can I replace S2 with this value? Yeah, why not? You can take that value, no problem, right? S2, can you please replace with that string? Next, can I replace S3 S3 with this one or not? S3 with this one or not? Yeah. Now S1, S2, S3, three variables are not required. Just a single print statement itself is going to work. Okay, like now observe that. Enter first number, enter first number 10, enter second number 10. Both numbers are equal. Enter first number 10, enter second number 5. First number is greater than second number. Okay. So enter first number 30, enter second number 20. Yes, first number is greater than second number. 5, okay, 10. First number is less than second number. Perfect. It's going to work out. Can you also print a final value? Which one is the final value? Venkatreddy, which one is the final value? That final value only we are trying to print. I'm not talking about which is the max value, min value. Okay, first number is less than second number. First number and the second number both are equal, like. That's it. It is also, this logic also happily going to work out. Single print statement or multivariable, that depends on your readability. Okay, that depends on readability. Okay, sir, I want more readability, then obviously better to take separate variables, because the length of the code is not that much, but readability is the very important. Okay, that's all. This is based on this we can do multiple things, but anyway, in the flow control I will explain multiple things, right? Don't worry. Sir, now, sir, this is about the ternary operator what we have. Next, there are some special operators are there. Okay, these operators I covered already in the last sessions. I don't think it is the difficulty to understand. It's the easy, sir. Don't worry. Special operators, right? The first operators are called identity operators. Identity operators. The second one is called membership operators. Membership operators. Okay. Identity operators are okay, which can be used. Of course, here is 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 not. These two are called identity operators, is and is not. Sir, somewhere we covered about is operator or not. Please confirm. Somewhere we discussed about is operator or not. Yes, is. So here is and is not. Sir, A is B returns true. A is B returns true if and only if both A and B are pointing to the same object. So means address comparison or reference comparison. This is called address comparison or reference comparison. Sir, when A is B returns true if and only if both A and B are pointing to the same object. Okay, like A is not B returns true if and only if both A and B are not pointing to the same object. Okay, like yeah, please confirm. Are you feeling comfortable? Yeah. Yes, I hope you can understand this point. A is B returns true if both A and B are pointing to the same object. So when A is not B returns true if and only if both A and B are not pointing to the same object. Okay, like so this is so sir, here A and B both are pointing to the same object, then A is B returns true. Okay, that's all. Sir, why if what is the meaning of this one? Okay, if what is the meaning of this one? Yo, what is the meaning? It is not Python, just normal English, man. Normal English. If and only if and only if, that is called, sir, if. Okay, if means if and only if and only if means compulsory this condition should be satisfied. It is the English phrase shortcut. Wonderful. Okay, here clear, right? A is B when it is going to return true. A is not B when it is going to return true. Okay, like so if IFF means if and only if means this condition should be satisfied. That is the meaning, English shortcut phrase that is called. Okay, like yeah. Mm. Now here just observe a bit very carefully about this one. Here my requirement is okay. A is equal to 10, B is equal to 10. Print A is B. Is it returns a true or not? Ray, can you please confirm? Is it returns a true or not? Yes, yes. In the case of fundamental data types, object reusability is there. That's why object reusability is there. Both A and B are pointing to the same object. Both A and B are pointing to the same object. Same object. That's why true is the answer. Where is the proof for that? Where is the proof for that? Print ID of A and the ID of B. Ray, can you please print address of A and the address of B? Yes, 256 and 256. Address is the same. Address is the same. That's why both the A and the B point into the same object. That's why returns are true. Okay. So now A is the 10, B is the 20. A is the 10, B is the 20. Can you please tell what is the answer we are going to get? A is B. A is B. What is the answer? False. Because both are not pointed to the same object. A is not B. A is not B. But the answer we are going to get true, sir. Okay, true. Because both are not pointing to the same object. That's why is not is always going to return so true. ID of A, ID of B, addresses are different. Addresses are different. 256576 addresses are different. That's why false true itself is the answer we are going to get. Clear, right? Are you feeling comfortable? Okay. Next, I have one more small doubt. Okay, this is just one example, sir. Here I'm taking L1 is equal to 10, 20, 10, comma 20, comma 30. L2 is equal to 10, comma 20, comma 30. Please confirm both the references point into the same object or different object. Both the references point into the same object or different object. Different object. Different object, because in the case of list object reusability is not there. At our childhood somewhere we covered list object reusability is not there. So print L1 is L2, even though content is the same but objects are different. That's why false is the answer. Sir, L1 is not L2, not L2, then automatically both are not pointing to the same. That's why true is the answer. Okay, like next, here see, what is the address of L1? ID of L2. What is the address of L2? Okay, like now observe the answer false, true. Okay, like 144, like a different address is there. Okay, like clear, right? Yes. Next, the cinema. That's all. These two things are by default considered. Yes, is identity operators. Okay, like so. What is the difference between double equal and is operator? At our childhood, somewhere we covered already. Have you remembered, right? What is the difference between double equal and is operator? Anyone can you please tell? Double equal operator is always meant for double equal operator is always meant for content comparison. Content comparison is operator always meant for reference comparison. Okay, reference comparison. That's what you should aware. Next, this is first set of identity special operators, right? Next, second one is also there. It's also very easy. Nothing, because we used multiple times this one. Don't worry, sir. So membership operators are there. Membership operators are there. Okay, like sir, what these membership operators, right? Okay, very simple. In operator, in operator, not in operator. Have you observed? In and reverse is a not in, not in. Okay, sir, here x in some sequence, do you know, sir, returns true if x is present in, if x present in the given sequence, if x present in given sequence, given sequence, sir, x not in, not in, okay, sequence returns true if x not present in the sequence. Okay, like sir, can you please explain with an example? Oh, we covered multiple examples already in the last sessions. Very simple, sir. L1 is equal to 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40. Okay, print 10 in L1. What is the answer? Array 10 is available inside L1 or not? Respond. Is a 10 in L1? In L1? True. Okay, like sir, 40 or otherwise 70 in L1. In L1, what is the answer? False. Because 70 is not there. 70 is not there. 70 not in L1, not in L1. What the answer? True, because it's not there. Okay, like now observe true, false, true itself is the answer we are going to get. True, false, true. It is the answer. Okay, like not only list any sequence you can use no problem at all. Okay, here just I'm trying to take x is equal to or s is equal to learning Python is very easy. Okay, like I'm trying to take. Now print. Okay, sir, here e in yes or not. What is the answer? Can you please confirm? E in yes or not? True, because e is already there in yes. Okay, true. Suppose I'm taking z in yes or not. Z in yes or not? No, false, because z is not there. I never used z letter. Okay. Similarly, Java not in yes. Java not in yes. So Java not in yes. What is the answer? True is the answer. Now observe true, false, true itself is the answer. Clear? Are you feeling comfortable, right? That's all. These operators are called membership operators. In operator, not in operator. Multiple times in our next sessions we are going to use. Don't worry at all. Okay, like next, a small chota concept is there. Just observe that. Are you feeling comfortable up to this? Respond. Hey, the people are silent. Hmm? Is there any chance for returning true is operator in the case of list objects? If it is available, oh, in the case of is, yes, Amruta, very simple. If both references point to the same object, then only right. Yes. So Amruta, she is asking a small question. Where is that? Okay, here. Sir, is there any chance of returning true for is operator in the case of list objects? If I can take L1 is equal to 10, comma 20, comma 30. L2 is equal to 10, comma 20, comma 30. Can you please tell L1 and L2 both are different objects or not? I mean, even though content is the same, different objects or not? Yes, I told. L3 is equal to L1. L3 is equal to L1. L1 print L1 is L2 print L1 is L3. What is the answer in the first case? What is the answer in the first case? False. False. Because the address of L1 and the address of L2 is the different. What is the answer in the second case? What is the answer in the second case? Yeah. Can you please confirm? What is the answer in the second case? The answer in the second case is true. Because the reason for that is L3 is equal to L1 means array L1 already point into this object. L3 is also point into the same object. Both L1 and L3 both are pointing to the same object. That's why true is the answer. Who asked this question? Amruta. I hope is that clear? Yeah. In the ternary operator example, print enter. If the length extends the next line, we can press enter without any additional character needed to show the line is continuing. Yes. Ben Young. Yes, it may be possible, but how to read and so on, we require to do some more extra stuff at this stage. But definitely it should be possible. Okay. Yeah. Can you also result with print a result with the string? Yeah. Can you also print a result with the string? Oh, true or false? You want to print with the string means what? What it means, Venkata Reddy? Yeah, can you please, what is the meaning of that? No, it's wrong. Yeah, no problem. Object reusable is not there in the list. Then how we can say L3 is equal to L1? Yeah, good. Object reusability is not there in the list. Okay, how L3 is equal to L1? Okay, means here, do you know, I'm not creating new object. Okay, array, whatever object pointed by L1, for the same object, can you please use L3? Directly you are telling. Suppose here, if I'm asking like if I'm asking about L1, okay, I require to create an object. Array, by default it won't reuse, but here directly you are asking L3 is equal to L1. Getting right? It is not object creation, it is the reference assignment. Ashwini. Okay. Yeah. Sir, now operator precedence. Okay, just observe this one. Operator precedence. Yeah, Ashwini. Yeah, 1 minute, 1 minute. Ashwini, here just observe that L1 is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay. Here or otherwise, X is equal to 10, Y is equal to 10. Sir, what is the meaning of this one is, there is no here X is equal to 10. Sir, X, you created an object with a 10. Now, Y is equal to 10. Can you please create an object with a 10 value? 10 value means, what is the meaning of this one is, now it is the integer. Object is already there or not? If it is already there, Y is also pointing to that instead of creating new object. Remember this one. Okay. Now, here this is the story. This is the story in int. So it won't create new object. Existing object only will be used. Okay, like so here, if I can take L X is equal to 10, 20, 30, Y is equal to 10, 20, 30. Okay, like array, here object already created, but here you have to create an object. But is it already available or not? It never going to check. It's always going to create new object. Okay. In this case, object reusability is not there. Getting the point, right? Now, Y is equal to X. If I'm using, I'm not asking to create an object. My code is array X already pointed. Already X is already pointed some object. Y is also pointing to that object. Okay, here reusability is not there, but here I'm not asking to create an object. Can you please assign for the object which is pointed by X to the Y variable also? Like, yeah, Ashwini, getting the point? What is the meaning of object reusability is not there? Okay, yeah, there is one small concept is there, named with operator precedence. Very simple, sir. 10 plus 20 into 3. What is the output? 10 plus 20 into 3. What is the output you are going to get? Yeah, please confirm. 10 plus 20 into 3. What is the answer? Respond each and every person and tell what is the output you are going to get. Each and every person, especially my favorite students. Yeah, especially my favorite students. I'm expecting, okay, from my favorite students, innocent students. My vote is always with you. Please respond. Yeah, good. Sir, here how many operators are there? Two operators are there. Plus is there, star is there. Okay, plus is there and the star is there. Which operator will be evaluated first? Okay, which operator will be evaluated first? So is always depends on operator precedence. Array, if multiple operators are there, which operator will be evaluated first is always depends on operator precedence. Okay, like now star and plus, star operator having more precedence than plus, star having more precedence than plus. So 10 plus 20 into 3. First, this one is going to be evaluated, and then plus is going to be evaluated. That's why what is the output by default? We are going to get 70. First, this one will be evaluated because star having more precedence, and then this plus is going to be evaluated. That's why 70. Where is the proof for that? Where is the proof for that? Print 10 plus 20 into 3. The output you are going to get, okay, 70 is the answer. Some people may feel, sir, first 10 plus 20 means 30. 30 into 3 means 90. No, okay, 70 itself is the answer. Okay, so if multiple operators are there, which operator is going to get, which operator should be evaluated first is depends on operator precedence. Remember carefully. So here just observe carefully, right? In Python, what is the precedence, operator precedence? Here BODMAS rule, no. Here language to language, the rules are going to be changed. Okay. So here in Python, what is the precedence order? Highest precedence goes to parenthesis. Remember this one. Suppose in this example, I used 10 plus 20 within parenthesis. What the answer? What the answer? Can you please confirm? Because of parenthesis, it will be evaluated first. First, under then into 3. Under then into 3. That's why 90. Have you observed 90? Okay, like now. So highest precedence goes to parenthesis. Next precedence goes to power operator. Power operator. Next precedence goes to bitwise complement operator. Bitwise complement operator. Next unary minus 10, minus 20, something like unary minus operator. Okay, like next precedence, sir, arithmetic operators are there. Star operator, division operator, floor division operator. Okay, sorry, star division operator, modulo operator, floor division operator is there. Next level precedence. Next precedence plus minus arithmetic operators are there. Next left shift comma right shift. Okay, shift operators having the next precedence. Next bitwise AND operator, bitwise XR operator, bitwise R operator. Next, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, less than or equal to, equal. Next, not equal, like equality operators, relational equality operators. Next, sir, next assignment operator, plus equal, minus equal, multiplication equal. Okay, dot. Assignment, I mean compound assignment operators. Is comma is not operator. Next, in comma not in operator. In not in. Next, logical operators, not and are. These are. Do you know, sir? These things are okay. Operator precedence order. Remember, highest precedence goes to, sir, parenthesis. Next precedence goes to exponential. Next, bitwise complement operator or unary negation. Okay, like next here arithmetic operators in that star division modulo. Okay, like more precedence than plus and minus. Okay, like and then. But anyway, being a programmer, in general, in our programming, we are not required to worry about that. Okay, really, if you want to, if it is required to use, open the Google Python operator precedence. Just open and then use. It is not required to remember this, but generally you have to remember star division more precedence than plus minus. Okay, parenthesis will have more priority. Exponential will have priority. Logical operators list priority. Just a general idea you people should aware. Okay, don't try to by heart. Unnecessary. Don't pollute your brain. Getting the point? Oi. Okay. So that's all. Parenthesis is there. Curly braces and square brackets in general we never going to use. Respond in the mathematics, Ritik, in the mathematical expression, we never going to use curly braces and then square bracket. It won't be evaluated. Only parenthesis you have the chance to use. Okay. Now here I have one small doubt is there, sir. What's my doubt is A is equal to 30, B is equal to 20, C is equal to 10, D is equal to 5 is there. 30, 20, 10, 5. Okay. print a plus b, a plus b into c by d. Okay, here print a plus b into c by d. Is there a plus b into c by d is there? Sir, a plus b into c by d is there. Okay, c by d is there. Next, a plus, okay, a plus b into c, b into c by d is there. Okay, that's all. Can you please confirm first case what the output, second case what the output we are going to get? Yeah. Can you please confirm? Yeah. Please respond. First one, second one, third one, what is the answer we are going to get? Ganesh, if more than one operator is there with the same precedence, then left to right. Ganesh, left to right. Okay. Sir, here it is very simple. Very simple. Okay, this one I want to evaluate. Okay, now observe. This is my expression I have to evaluate. First, which one is going to be evaluated? It is going to be evaluated. The reason you know. The reason you know. This total thing will be evaluated first. A plus B. A plus B means 50. 50. So now, next, star is there, division is there. Now, star and division both are having same precedence, left to right, left to right. C value is 10. Okay, sorry. C value is the 10. So 50 into 10 means sir 500. Next, by D. Okay, 5. 500 by 5. What is the answer? Don't forget 100.0. Don't forget that 100.0 division operator always going to provide float value only. Okay. Next. Sir, second one. Here observe that. Can you please confirm? Yeah, sorry. Can you please confirm which one will be evaluated first? Array, because of parenthesis, it will be evaluated. What about its value? 30 plus 20 means 50. Next, which value will be evaluated next? C by D. C by D. 10 by 5. 10 by 5 means 2.0. Okay. 50 into 2.0 means 100.0. Like, yeah. Next, A plus A plus, okay, like B. So first, which one will be evaluated? I respond. First, which one will be evaluated? Okay, B into C. B into C. B into C means 20 into 10, 200. Next, sir, which one? 200 by 5. 200 by 5 means, sir, 40.0. 40.0, not 40, 40.0. Next, A plus 30 plus 40.0 means 70.0 is the answer. Yeah, clear. 100.0, 100.0, 70.0 is the answer we are getting. Okay, that's it. Next, how to use modules concept. What about math module? In the next session, we will talk so that with that operators concept is going to be completed. Yeah. Piyush, you can ask your doubt.